they can see me already or just your video?
Yeah, so hold on, it is loading. Yeah, teacher, when we go live, they can see you. Yeah,
Wait,
so you can,
who's my fan?
if this video is private, what's this? Unavailable. Okay, we are live, I believe. Yes. I will start the webinar. Hello, students. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. We decided to let you in a little earlier, okay, so we can start right on time. Okay. All right. Hello. Hi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in today's SPM final sprint in the topic of chemistry. My name is Brian, and I am your host for today, but I'm not the main character, I'm not the main person who's going to be conducting this session with you today. It is an honor because this session today is brought to you by International Medical University, as you have seen in the video earlier on. And if you are interested in anything related to medicine, health sciences, or science research in general, International Medical University is one of the premier private university in health sciences, right? So if you are a science student, which I think most of you are, upon completing your SPM, feel free to go visit IMU, find out more about their courses, find out more about the programs that they are offering. All right. So guys, without further ado, it's already 8 o'clock. I just want to give a warm welcome to our fellow teacher we have here today. Just some introduction about Dr. Lee, who is our chemistry teacher for today. Dr. Lee is an award-winning teacher. She has 34 years of teaching experience, right? And she is also the first place for Best Science Teacher in Southeast Asia, a Global Teacher Awardee, just to name some accolades that she have. And she has a lot of insights about SPM chemistry with all of you. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over the time to you, Dr. Lee.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Brian. Yeah, it's been honored to be invited by IMU, become the chemistry speaker for our lovely Form 5 students, right? Okay. Yeah, so allow me to share my screen. So in my session, because we have student DLP and non-DLP, so I try to talk in two languages lah, BM and English, right? Okay, let me share my screen. So student, are you ready? Okay, this is me. Yeah. So I would like to say here, always say that to the student, practice makes perfect. Okay, you just need to practice and practice only, right, for this moment, right? Okay, so before we start on about my sharing, kita tengok sedikit lah tentang format. Orang kata tak kenal maka tak cinta lah. Okay, tapi pada masa sekarang cikgu pastilah semua murid-murid dah tahu ya tentang format kertas ya. Kita ada kertas 1, 2 dan 3 ya. 3 ni dah selesai. So sekarang ni kita ada lagi kertas 1 objektif 40 soalan, kertas 2 you ada bahagian A 8 questions 60 marks, part B you're given 2 essay, choose one 20 marks. Part C is the important. Part C is the one that can determine you whether you can get A+ or not A+. Because part C, you're only given one essay question, is compulsory. So make sure you choose one from B and one from C, right? Okay, next. Okay, next is about your paper lah. This one done already, your paper 3. Okay, so remember, our dating is on the 26th February, after Chinese New Year. 26th February is your paper 1 and 2. Okay, then before we start, I think every one of you should know very, very well about the periodic table. So here I show you with the periodic table with colors so that can just revise back ya, untuk ulang kaji balik. Nama-nama kumpulan dalam jadual berkala lah, sangat penting ya. Kalau kita tengok yang kuning ini adalah logam alkali ya, yang barat terus yang kedua ini adalah alkali bumi. Kita ada transition element over here 10 kumpulan, and then we have halogens, we have noble gases, right? Okay, tetapi ini bukan diberi dalam kertas 2 lah. So kamu sangat betul. Your paper 2 you are given this periodic table. Masa cikgu dulu tak ada periodic table. Kena hafal sendiri semua. Yeah? So since you are given the periodic table, make sure that you make use of the periodic table lah. Yeah? Okay, apa yang boleh kamu guna untuk periodic table adalah, okay, sebelum itu ya, kalau kamu tengok dekat petak-petak all these boxes, they have number, right? Okay, so kita lihat lagi sekali. Okay, pastikan kamu tahu maksud dekat sini ya. So kalau situ dia ada 2 nombor. Nombor atas tu kecil, yang bawah tu besar. So the smaller one is called proton number or number of proton lah, right? Okay, from there you can know the number of proton. And then the below here, another number is the relative atomic mass, right? Or nuclear number. Okay, so so di sini kamu, I put it here so that you will not make a mistake. Make sure that you don't do a careless mistake. So yang atas ini adalah dalam jadual berkala, in the periodic table, right? Cikgu keluarkan satu kotak itu saja. But if let's say you are asked to write the standard representative of an atom, remember you must write nuclear number. The A represent the nuclear number, the Z is the proton number. So dia macam terbalik lah daripada jadual berkala. Okay, pastikan kamu tidak careless ya di sini ya. Jangan salin terus daripada jadual berkala. So kalau this one is in the periodic table, but if you need to write the standard representation for an atom, let's say for neon, it should be 20 and 10 down here. Okay. So beside that, ini sangat penting juga. Ini sebenarnya daripada buku teks kamu. Ada 2 benda yang selalu pelajar silap ya. Okey, baca atas ni. Kalau soalan itu, ya soalan tu suruh kamu lukis electron arrangement. Electron arrangement maksudnya kamu tak perlu tunjuk bilangan proton and neutron here. But if the question say draw the atomic structure. Atom. Kalau atom dia mesti ada pen. Apa itu pen? Okay, pen ya. So that here you must show the proton, electron and neutron as well. So ingatlah, kalau di sini yang warna hijau itu mewakili nukleus ya. So if electron arrangement, you just write down the symbol of that particular atom. But atomic structure, you need to write down the number of proton and neutron. So for example, it has 13 proton, you just put there 13p. And then 14N for neutron. Make sure that the P and N must be small letter. Okay. Ini nampak macam ala senang saja kan. Tetapi ini selalu you orang buat salah. Yeah? Make sure you don't do this careless mistake. Okay. Masih di dekat jadual berkala. So you must make use of this. So kenapa cikgu kata di situ? Di sini make sure that siapa yang stop ni. So di sini kamu kena tahulah dekat jadual berkala ini, kalau kolom pertama ini semuanya charge-nya adalah satu positif ataupun oxidation number is positive 1. So kalau Na it should be Na positif lah. The Mg, the formula of Ionic is Mg2+, right? Okay. Lepas tu di aluminium itu +3, lepas tu oksigen ya kumpulan 16, kumpulan 17 kamu kena tahulah. So sebenarnya kamu tak payah hafal formula ion ya. Kalau kamu lupa kamu rujuk di sini. Okey, pastikan kamu gunakan dia dengan baiklah. Okey, seterusnya lagi sekali lah teacher cakap tak kenal maka tak cinta kan. So these are the command word. Kata arahan. So bila kamu jawab soalan, tolong baca kata-kata arahan ini. Right? Make sure that you know dia nak namakan ke, dia nak tulis formula ke, whatever. So you just ikut. Ya? Okay, contohnya di sini kalau lakar and lukis. Berbeza ya. Kalau lakar, maksudnya tak perlu ada skill yang tepat. Kalau lukis, lukis graf maksudnya dia perlu ada skill yang tepat lah. Right? Okay, this one I just go one side. Ini nanti kita tengok dalam soalannya. We will look at this question. Okay, so this one I always tell my student also lah. Di mana-mana saya pergi buat ceramah, saya akan cakap benda-benda ini. Sebab selalu pelajar buat salah. Ya? Okay, so ini adalah beberapa, some of the very common questions yang akan ditanya dalam kertas 2 lah. Contohnya nombor 1. Ya? Nombor 1 and nombor 2, you always make a careless mistake. So, selepas ni tolong jangan buat salah ya. Okay, if the question asks you about type of particles, okay, the possible answer only is aim. What is aim here? Is atom, ion ataupun molecule. Okay, kalau dia tanya state of matter or keadaan jirim ataupun keadaan physical state, jawapan dia ialah pepejal, cecair dan gas. Okay, lepas tu ini pasti akan keluar lah. Okay, nombor 3. formula empirik ataupun formula molekul, takrif ya, the definition is also important. So pastikan kamu boleh tulis ya definisi ini dengan baik. So formula empirik, what is formula empirik? Ingat bila I want to take blue color. Okay, so kamu kena tahu definisi dia ada dua bahagian. Bahagian pertama ini adalah kelas, classification. Bahagian yang kedua tu barulah kamu terangkan. Okay, so what is formula empirik? Dia adalah formula kimia yang menunjukkan nisbah mol teringkas atom-atom. Lepas tu, ini penting. Setiap unsur, each element. Jangan tulis satu unsur or you don't say one element. If you put here one element, dia automatic salah semua. Okay? Ingat ya, sekali lagi saya tegaskan, betulkan yang biasa, biasakan yang betul. And then number 4. Bila kamu tulis formula ya, pastikan huruf besar, huruf kecil itu sangat penting ya. Okay. And then continue number 5 and number 6. Nombor 5 dan nombor 6 ni lebih kurang sama. Dua-dua pun daya. Both also force attraction. But they have different meaning. So if as daya tarikan antara zarah, force attraction between particles means what? Bila kamu nak guna. So this one you guna bila when you want to discuss about or you want to compare about the melting point, boiling point. Then you talk about force attraction between the particles, between the atom, between the molecule. Okay, but number 6, when you say force attraction from nucleus towards the electron, when you want to explain about the reactivity of the element, you want to talk about, you want to compare the atomic size. Ya, kita guna yang ini. So pastikan kamu guna daya itu dengan baik lah, ya. Okay, seterusnya nombor 7 itu sangat penting juga. Biasanya akan tanya, this one is come out in one set lah. It's either they ask you acid, strong acid, weak acid, strong alkali, weak alkali. They are 6 together. But you just remember number 7. The rest should be okay. You mesti boleh jawab dengan baik. Contoh, what is the meaning of acid? So ingat tadi saya kata, kalau definisi, it must have 2 part. Part 1, this one is the klasifikasi. Sini baru kamu terangkan. Right? So what is acid? Okay, acid is a chemical substance. Right? Chemical substance yang macam mana? Okay, ionize in water and produce hydrogen ion. Okay, do not say dissolve. Kalau kamu cakap dissolve, memang tak ada markah. Yeah? So, acid is a chemical substance that ionize in water, produce hydrogen ion. Okay, mungkin tadi saya kata ada 6 kan? So, kalau di sini, kalau soalan tanya, apa itu strong acid? Macam mana saya nak jawab? Sama saja. Tukar sedikit saja. So, if strong acid, and then you talk about this one. Macam mana dia mengion? So, you will say this one ion dengan lengkap. Completely ionized. Must mention water. Completely ionized in water and produce high concentration of hydrogen ion. Itu adalah strong acid. Maybe the question asks, what is the meaning of weak alkali? Okay, kalau alkali, kita tak kata ion hydrogen, we will say hydroxide ion. Okay, yang lain-lain semua sama. So acid, what is alkali? Alkali is a chemical substance, ionized in water, produce hydroxide ion. Okay, strong alkali. Strong alkali is a chemical substance that ionized completely in water, produce high concentration of hydroxide ion. Kalau weak, kamu terbalikkan dia sajalah. Ya? Okay, nombor 7 dah. Nombor 8 is also important. Ini selalu saya kesian tau. Kamu faham tapi tulis dengan menggunakan istilah kimia yang salah. So, here, when you want to describe reaction, the other one is the rate of reaction. Dia tak sama ya. Kalau contohnya tindak balas cepat, kita kata kadar tindak balas tinggi. Tindak balas lambat, kadar tindak balas rendah. You cannot say the rate of reaction, you cannot say fast rate of reaction or slow rate of reaction. Dia tak ada markah. Okay, remember. Okay, ini ada 8 perkara yang sangat penting lah. Okay, seterusnya Seterusnya, cikgu nak kongsikan lah. This one you may use in your structure and also your essay questions. So I'm sure that nanti masa kertas 2 mesti ada tanya tentang ujian kimia or chemical test, right? So any question when talking about and the question asks you about chemical test, ingat you kena ada 3 perkara. You must have 3 things. I put there 3 letter, POC. So what is POC? P stand for procedure, observation and conclusion. Okay, contoh katakan kita nak uji, let's say we want to test the presence of carbon dioxide. Okay, carbon dioxide. Cuba try to tell me what are the reagent that you're going to use when you want to test the presence of carbon dioxide. Ya, lime water, lime water ataupun air kapur lah. Okay, so first thing you must say that, okay, the P. So you must say your procedure, okay? So you say flow the gas, let's say gas X lah. Flow the gas X into a test tube containing lime water. So ini dah 1 markah untuk, this one is 1 mark for procedure. Then you will tell the people what will happen, the observation. So we say the air kapur menjadi keruh, right? Air kapur menjadi keruh. And then the conclusion. So what you want to test? You want to test the presence of carbon dioxide, right? Then you just say carbon dioxide. So the gas X is carbon dioxide. So remember, whatever question they ask you about chemical test, it must make sure that you must have procedure, observation, and conclusion. So some chemical tests, maybe procedure will have two sentences. So you have 2 marks lah. But basically, you have 1 sentence only. Try to make it short. Yeah, okay. But make sure that when you do the write it short, make sure that mesti ada ABC. Bukan ada ais kacang. Cikgu pun suka makan ais kacang, but the ABC is not ais kacang. So what is the ABC? So for example here, A is actually stand for action. Action, yeah, action. B stand for bahan, tapi saya dalam kurungan tu saya ada B++. Okay, exam kamu nak A++ kan? Tapi bahan ni tak payah A++, nak B++ sahaja. Dan mesti ada container. Okay, contohnya di sini, lalu kan, this is action already. So your bahan will be the gas X lah. Gas X, and then your air kapur also the bahan. The container, your tabung uji is a container. This is C, ini adalah A, and then ini adalah B. Okay, nampak tak cikgu letak bahan and then kurungan. Sometimes you need the plus and then sometimes you need B++. Sometimes tak perlu plus itu. Contohnya kat sini tak perlu ada plus lah. Okay, apa itu plus? Kita tengok di sini ya. Okay, before that, action. Action words yang kamu akan guna, you are going to use in the chemistry paper is more or less like this only. You measure, you pour, you put in, you know, you add, you mix, stir, filter, heat, rinse, and then wave, and then flow. All this word only is considered the action word. Ya, tangan ya, action. Okay, contohnya kalau saya tulis di sini, tuang 20 cm3 larutan natrium klorida, 1 mol per dm cube ke dalam bika. So di sini ini dah complete, ada A, B++ dan juga container. So tuang itu action, right? So ini, this one is the bahan, this is the plus and the plus. So plus pertama itu adalah volume. Sometimes you need to tell the volume. Contohnya kalau you kata half test tube, right? Itu pun volume juga. 5 drop is also consider volume. And then the molarity lah. Sometimes you need to tell the molarity, sometimes tak perlu. Tapi container itu wajib ya. Container itu wajib tulis. Katakan kamu kata, okay, tuang 20 cm3 larutan natrium klorida ini, tetapi tak ada bika, habis. Dia mesti ada container. Baru complete procedure itu. Right? Okay. So container, inilah contoh-contoh container yang kamu akan gunalah ya, mangkok pija, bika, kelelangkun, volumetric, flask dan sebagainya ya. Okey, so saya akan begini. Right. Okey, seterusnya tadi saya dah tunjukkan tentang soalan ujian kimia and then POC, macam mana kamu nak tulis prosedur dalam kimia, ingat yang guna ABC. Okey, seterusnya ini memang tak boleh tinggal lah soalan yang melibatkan kiraan, numerical problems. Okay, so for numerical problem, accept the formula empiric or formula molecule lah. Biasanya yang ini melibat stoichiometry ya, yang melibatkan tindak balas kimia. So for this one, I suggest you use my innovation iaitu kaedah emises. So when you want to solve this problem, you must have 4 steps. First step, you quickly write the balance equation and then you count the moles, compare the ratio between the substances, right? The one you know and the one that you want to find. Lastly, jangan lupa solve problem lah. Okey, jom kita tengok soalannya macam mana kamu selesaikan. Okey, contohnya, yang ini cikgu ambil daripada soalan dalam sesi ini, soalan-soalan yang cikgu bincang ini, all of them are the SPM questions, standard questions. Yeah. For example, this one came out. This is in structure, you know. Essay. Paper 2 is essay. Yeah. Essay, you see here got 4 marks. So you are given the 12.5 gram of zinc carbonate heated. Okay. And then they ask you to calculate the gas. So di sini you also need to know the chemical properties lah. Kita mesti tahu kalau karbonat dipanaskan tu dapat apa. Ya? Okey, contoh. So untuk selesaikan masalah ini, you mesti tulis persamaan kimia tu dengan betul. Okey? So sekarang zinc carbonate tu bahan kan? Dia kata zinc carbonate is heated saja. Dia tak beritahu apa dihasilkan. So cikgu letak 2 jawapan di sini, 1 dan 2. 1 dan 2 ya. Okey, mana satu yang betul? Satu betul atau 2 betul? Okey, cluenya, tipsnya ialah kamu tengok perkataan heated. Cuba fikirkan. Apa beza heated and burn? Ada sama tak? Okey ya. Jadi kalau kamu pilih satu itu salahlah sebab oksigen kan. Kalau oksigen itu adalah untuk pembakaran for burning. Ini heated, heat maksudnya tak perlu ada oksigen. Okay, make sure you don't do this careless mistake. Okay, so persamaan yang seimbang adalah seperti inilah zinc carbonate. Okay, produce. Kalau carbonate aku dah tahu, carbonate heated produce oxide, metal oxide and carbon dioxide. Okey, ini langkah yang pertama. Langkah yang kedua adalah M stand for more. So di sini kamu tengok diberi 12.5 gram, kamu kena cepat-cepat tukar dia kepada bilangan mole. So jisim ya nak tukar kepada bilangan mole adalah jisim, ini adalah jisimnya. This one is the JMR. Jisim bahagi dengan JMR. So JMR itu kamu kena kira lah zinc carbonate itu berapa. Kamu kira sepatutnya akan dapat 125 and then after you count you should get 0.1 more. Okay, settled. Lepas tu buat ratio. Sekarang kita tahu tentang zinc carbonate. Kita punya problem adalah kita tidak tahu tentang carbon dioksida. So you just need to compare these two. Jangan tak kira lah ratio dia 1:1 ke 1:2:1 ke. Please compare the ratio. Okay, tunjukkan. Contohnya I will just do a very simple one. Saya kata 1 mole zinc carbonate produce 1 mole carbon dioxide based on this equation. Berdasarkan persamaan ini. Right? Okay. Tapi sini dia hanya guna 0.1 mole. So, meaning that carbon dioxide gas produce is also 0.1 mole kan. Contohnya lah. Kalau effort, the effort that you put into study chemistry, 0.001 mole, so you punya markah pun 0.01 mole lah. But I believe that you mesti bagi penuh kan 100 mole supaya markah pun 100 markah ya. Okay, just a joke. Okay, after that, remember jangan lupa jangan berhenti di sini. Our aim is to calculate the volume of the gas carbon dioxide. So volume kena guna formula lah, guna formula chapter 3 sini. Okay, volume adalah mole time molar volume. Okay, selepas dah kira, ramai pelajar lupa pula nak tulis unit. Remember, must come with unit. Kalau sini volume means the ending must be dm cube. So you no need to convert the dm cube to the centimeter cube. Just leave it in the dm cube, that's all. Unless the question says that, okay, tinggalkan soal jawapan dalam centimeter cube. Barulah kamu darab dengan 1000. Okay? Ini ya, kalau siapa nak belum sempat buat, nak screenshot, cepat-cepat screenshot ya. Okey. Saya bilang 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okey, saya akan teruskanlah. Oh, saya boleh tengok chat ya, saya lupa pula. Okey. Saya akan teruskan. Okey, cikgu tunjukkan lagi. Ini numerical problems. Kalau yang ini kamu boleh settle dalam kertas 2 essay, maksudnya soalan struktur, soalan adjektif tak ada masalah. Okey, ini adalah soalan tahun 2012. Keluar juga dalam kertas 2. 6 markah, you know. Soalan e-misses. Saya panggil ni soalan e-misses. Stoichiometry lah yang sepatutnya ya. Is stoichiometry, but use the stat e-misses stat. Okay, so bagi yang boleh buat sendiri, cuba buat and then later you compare your answer with me. So kamu kena cari apakah bahan dia nak balas lah. So di sini you are given the lead to, wait, I forgot. Okay, you are given lead to carbonate and then this is the V, ini adalah M dia. So MV, why they give you the M and V? Untuk kamu kira bilangan mole kan? Okay, lepas tu soalan memang dah beritahu lah you must write the chemical equation. So here is lead to carbonate react with acid. So another chemical properties of acid. So ini adalah tadi is the just now is heated, right? Okay, this one is the carbonate with the acid. So carbonate with acid will produce what? Salts, yes, salts, carbon dioxide and water. Okay. And then kamu kena kira gas juga. Kira gas ya, kita tengok. Okay, so kita tahulah gas itu mestilah gas karbon dioksida ya, sebab ini karbonat. Karbonat mestilah hasilkan karbon dioksida lah. Okay, so first kali kena tulis persamaan kimia yang seimbang. Make sure formula itu mesti betul. Plumbum karbonat, okay, and then acid nitric. Okay, lepas tu yang kamu akan salah ialah sini. Lupa letak 2. Kalau lupa letak 2 di sini, kamu akan dapat kosong terus. So bila kamu tulis macam ini, you sudah akan dapat 1 markah. Right? Persamaan normally is 2 marks. So when you write all the formula of the chemical correctly, then you dapat 1 markah. Right? Okay, untuk dapat 2 markah, kamu kena seimbangkan. So if you put the 2 here, then you get another marks lah. So overall there, you sudah dapat 2 markah dalam tangan. Right? Okay, so after got E, then you must go to the M lah. Okay, cepat-cepat kita buat stat M. Okay, ini dah 2 markah ya. Okay. Seterusnya, untuk kira mole pula. Kira mole, okay, di sini cikgu letak sedikit lah supaya untuk kamu revise ya. Bilangan mole untuk larutan, biasanya kita guna MV per 1000. MV per 1000 ya. Okay, so you count the number of mole for the acid. MV per 1000 ya. Okay, so you akan dapat 0.1 mole lah. Jangan ambil 2 ini masuk dalam sini ya. You just use the MV only, right? Okay, selepas itu bandingkan. Bandingkan ya. Kita tahu you know about the lead to carbonate. Your problem is about carbon dioxide. So just compare these two. Sorry. You know you are given the nitric acid, sorry. You are given the nitric acid, right? Okay, cikgu nak tersilap cakap. Okay, you are given the nitric acid and you are asked to calculate the volume of carbon dioxide. Okay, and then you find the ratio lah. Kita nampak sangat kan ratio dia 2 mole of nitric acid produce 1 mole of carbon dioxide. But sini kita guna 0.1 mole only. So after you calculate the ratio, it should be 0.0 mole carbon dioxide. Okay. Boleh ya? Last kali jangan lupalah. Our aim is to calculate the volume of gas Y, the volume of carbon dioxide. So untuk kira volume, just guna the formula. So volume is more time the molar volume. So you akan dapat 1.4. Remember to put the unit. Okay? Cikgu berharaplah kamu mesti macam mana pun mesti master ya calculation ini. Sangat penting. Kalau keluar soalan essay kan bagus ini. Sudah 6 markah. Already 6 marks ya. Saya harap kamu boleh jawab dengan baguslah untuk soalan kiraan ya. Ingat ya. E misses. Okay, 4 markah. Tadi persamaan 2 markah jadi 6 markah di sini. Right? Okay, so ini adalah soalan numerical problems. Seterusnya, yang ini cikgu nak kamu buat sendirilah nanti ya. Saya tak buatlah. Kamu boleh cuba buat. Ini sama je cara dia. Tapi untuk tahun 2013, dia keluar juga dalam soalan esei 5 markah saja. Ya? Okey. Kamu kira sendirilah. Ya? Saya akan tunjuk dengan laju. So di sini, asid klorik bertindak balas dengan zinc. So macam tadi, mesti tulis persamaan. Right? Tulis persamaan. Lepas tu, MV per 1000 untuk asid. Kamu masukkan nilai-nilai untuk dapatkan dia bilangan mol. And then yang ini kamu nak kira, you want to calculate the volume of hydrogen gas. So compare the ratio acid and the hydrogen gas. Okay, dapatkan ratio yang betul, dapatkan number of mole of the hydrogen gas. Lastly, calculate the volume of hydrogen gas. Solve the problem. Okay, darabkan sajalah dengan 24. Right? So dia pattern yang sama kan? Ini soalan rutin. So di sini formula dua carta alin ni sangat penting lah. Mole ya, MB per 1000. Lepas tu macam mana kamu nak tukar, you want to convert mass to mole to mass, volume ya. Ingat volume di sini hanya volume of gas. Jangan pula ambil volume of solution ya. Remember, in the mole, number of mole, this volume is for the gas only. Right? Sometimes they may give you the number of particles as well. Right? Okay. So selesai tentang soalan kiraan. Okay. Sekarang kita pergi kepada bahagian yang penting juga. Okay. Chemistry, we don't ask you to draw the diagram or apparatus macam seni ya. Tak payah pergi shade nak pergi buat satu line ya. Contohnya you want to draw the test tube, tak payahlah buat test tube tu sampai 10 line. One straight line enough already, right? Okay, chem draw. Contohnya, okay, the ionic compound. Macam mana you want to show the formation of ionic compound, the electron arrangement in the compound, ionic compound, macam inilah. Kalau ionic, make sure that dia mesti ada ion positif, ion negatif, ikutlah. So the electron you may use dot cross ataupun untuk supaya kamu tak buat careless mistake ya, tak buat apa-apa careless mistake. Sini kamu boleh guna saja cross, tak ada masalah. Ya, tak perlu macam gambar ini dia nak tunjukkan supaya kamu lebih faham kan. So dia guna dot cross, right? Okay, seterusnya atas ini, this one is ionic and this is covalent. Okay, ionic, I repeat, mesti ada ion negatif, positif. Then this one must be octet mana. Okay, for the covalent, you must show how many pair of electron that they share. Okay, after share, both atoms ataupun ada 3 ke, mesti mencapai susunan elektron yang stabil. Maybe duplet or maybe octet. Right? Ini chapter 5. Okay, so for the covalent, ingat ya, baca soalan dengan teliti. Kalau dia tak cakap Lewis, dia tak cakap Lewis ya, you kena lukis ini, yang Rutherford ini. Kalau dia kata lukis untuk struktur Lewis, maksudnya you only shows the electron at the outermost sahaja. Okay, contohnya ini dot, right? Ada 7 elektron. Ada 7 cross di sini. Then this one is the share. Ya, Louis ya, ingat ya, baca soalan dengan teliti ya. Kalau tak sebut Louis means you lukis yang ini, yang susah sikit punya. Kalau Louis means you only shows, you anggapkan sini macam ada shell lah, but actually tak perlu tunjukkan ya. Kalau tunjuk tu dah salah. Okay. Seterusnya, contohnya alloy, the chapter 8 they may ask you to draw the atom, the arrangement of atom in alloy lah. So bila lukis, pastikan atom-atom ya ataupun zarah-zarah atom tu tak boleh bersilang. Okay, they only can touch each other. Okay, it's a mixture only. And then you must label lah which one is pure metal and which one is the foreign metal. Contohnya kalau kita guna bronze, okay, boleh tak bagi tahu teacher? Kalau bronze, apakah atom, element in the bronze? Cikgu nak uji. Kalau bronze, copper and stanium. Okay, bagus. Macam mana kita boleh hafal? Cikgu nak kongsi sikit ya. Kalau bronze, kalau kita tengok ejaan, bronze, right? B-R-O-N-Z-E. Kalau brass, ini adalah copper and zinc. Ini adalah copper and stanium kan? So kamu nampak di sini NZ, no zinc, no zinc. Itu cara ya untuk kamu hafal. Okay? So saya nak pergi next. Okay, so 2 gambar aja. This 2 diagram is also important. Pastikan kamu tahu lukis seperti mana yang saya tunjukkan. Tapi tak payah pergi warnakan lah. You no need to color it. Right? Right? Okay, let's look at the number 1. Number 1 ini adalah soalan tadi kan? Soalan tadi, pemanasan. So when we heat something, heat the carbonate, for example, maybe calcium carbonate, right? Calcium carbonate. So make sure that ini ada arrow, satu arrow, bawah arrow tu wajib tulis heat ataupun BM is panaskan. Right? Then you make sure that the cork, dia punya gabus jangan tenggelam. Must be higher than the mouth of the test tube. Okay. And then of course you want to test the presence of the carbon dioxide gas, right? You want to use the lime water. And then make sure that ada tube, yeah? Make sure that this tube ending dia mesti macam ni buka ya. Jangan pergi buat satu line. If you put a line there mean it's a close. This one salah. Okay, bawah sini pun buka and jangan kedukut lah. The tube tengok kedua-dua tube ini mesti immerse in the lime water. Kalau kamu punya delivery tube pendek tak masuk, tak immerse dalam lime water, dia jadi salah. Dia tak akan dapat uji kehadiran gas carbon dioxide. Okay, remember kalau heat macam ni, dia contoh dia macam L shape lah. Okay, kalau with the acid one, dia sama saja, cuma tak ada heat. So, sini tak ada acid, but here you got acid. So, as we know, acid is a liquid, right? Kalau liquid, you wajib to buat dash, dash, dash. Okay, untuk solid, ada satu shortcut lah, kamu boleh buat macam ni. And then you buat slanting line. Cukup. Itu menunjukkan ataupun represent the solid. If liquid, must have dotted line. Dash, dash, dash. Tak payahlah buat dash kecil-kecil lah. Okay, remember that. Okay, ini 2 chem draw lah. Seterusnya, ini penting jugalah. Make sure that you know how to draw the Voltaic cells. Okay, Voltaic cell ada 3 contoh, 3 jenis. Yeah, if you look at here, there's 3 diagram. Semua ini, all these are chemical cell or Voltaic cells, sel kimia. Tapi setiap gambar aja itu ada lainan sikit. So you kena baca soalan dengan teliti. If the question say draw sel kimia ringkas, simple cell. Simple cell biasanya kita guna satu electrolyte only. The two different metal immerse into the same solution. So itu adalah sel kimia ringkas. Ya, pastikan dia mesti lengkapkan, jangan pula lukis metal tapi lupa lukis wire. Mesti ada wire and then here you put a voltmeter so that you can detect the current lah. Okay? Ini bila dia kata pasu berliang and then you must draw the pasu berliang. Kalau question say draw using salt bridge, then you have to draw the salt bridge here. Okay. Can you student, can you write down what are the solution that we can use for the salt bridge? Cikgu nak test. Salt bridge? Yes, sulfuric acid, correct. Yeah. So sulfuric acid is also a liquid, right? Nitric, boleh lah. Okay. So it's a liquid. So bila liquid means at the salt bridge tu, the salt bridge you also need to do the dotted line. Mesti buat dotted line juga. Dan pastikan ya, ini penting. Ini ya, ending ini must be open. Jangan the ending macam ni ya, it's like this. Biar dia open, jangan pergi buat line macam ini. So if you tutup, how the ion can flow through it. Remember, the function of salt bridge is to allow the ion flow through it. Okay. And then next one is the chemical equation. Chemical equation pun sangat penting. Okay. So pastikan kamu tak buat salah lah. Okay. Chemical equation ada beberapa jenis. Kalau dia kata tulis persamaan kimia yang seimbang, tak jumpa perkataan ion, make sure that your equation tak ada charge. Kalau ada charge, automatic dapat kosong terus. Right? Okay, contoh, zinc reacts with hydrochloric acid. So, this equation lah. Ini persamaan keseluruhan. Tak ada charge, tak ada apa-apa. Okay, if I say half ionic equation. Kalau half ionic equation, dia ada dua lah, it have oxidation and also the reduction as well. So contohnya kita tunjukkan the changes from zinc to the zinc ion. Okay, another one is from the hydrogen ion become the hydrogen gas. So you akan dapat ini. So these are called half ionic equation. Ataupun BM is the persamaan ion setengah lah. Ya, persamaan setengah. Okay, baca arahan dengan betul ya. Okay, another one is, ada perkataan ion tapi dia kata overall ionic equation. Okay, overall ionic equation. Kalau overall is, you just add these two. Kita tambahkan dua-dua, buang the electron, ini electron buang. Itulah jawapan dia. Okay, so di sini, pastikan kamu baca soalan, ini chemical equation, ini half, ionic, half, ada perkataan half. Ini ada ionic tetapi overall. So, pastikan kamu baca soalan dengan teliti lah. Ya? Okay. So, seterusnya, sebelum saya teruskan, ada soalan tentang persamaan ini? Okay. No, yeah. Good. So, I will continue. Seterusnya kita tengok soalan okay ya, soalan struktur. Kita mulakan soalan struktur yang selalu keluar lah. Contohnya ini daripada tahun SPM tahun 2010. Kamu diberi gambar raja. So you must understand what is X ya. X, what is the physical state for the X, Y and Z lah. Sangat jelaskan soalan ni ya. Okay. So, ini adalah soalan yang macam teacher tunjukkan tadi kan. Betulkan yang biasa, biasakan yang betul. Cuba kamu tengok soalan A and soalan C. Question A and C is the one that I told you just now. So, they may ask you type of particle, state of metal. Pastikan kamu tak jawab salah lah. Okay, dia nak type of particle in water. So, apa dia type of particle? In water? Yes. Okay, mestilah molekul lah. Okay, and then room temperature, at what temperature? At what temperature? Change to the water, ice change to the water. Dia masih kosong jugalah, ya. Okay, what is the physical state? Z itu kita nampakkan dia sudah sangat jauh, so itu mestilah gas. Okay, ini soalan senang, saya pergi laju sikit. Okey, seterusnya saya pergi kepada contoh yang kedua. Ini SPM 2010 lagi. Soalan 4. soalan 4 dalam SPM 2010 lah. Mana tahu nanti SPM 2023 keluar soalan 1 kan. Okay, so you are given the proton number, right? Okay, so untuk yang ini kamu kena baca soalan tu dengan teliti. So for example, soalan macam ini, saya suka suruh murid bila kamu nampak macam ni, tengok betul-betul ini apa. Ini proton kan? Proton maksudnya ini adalah kita anggap ini adalah atom. So cepat-cepat kamu tulis dia punya electron arrangement. Ini adalah 282, ini 287. So if you put there, you can see dia in which group. Kamu boleh ramal dia logam ke bukan logam lah. Okay, so electron arrangement. Ingat tadi saya dah tunjukkan ya, electron arrangement untuk atom. Ya, untuk atom Y. And then electron, the ion untuk Z. So atom 282, Z 287. Berapa orang jawab 287? Ini dia ion. Ion tak mungkin tak octet. Dia mesti octet lah. So 287 tambah 1, so dia menjadi 288. Dia mesti yang octet lah. Okay, then after that you need to write the formula of compound form between Y dengan Z. Y dengan Z ya. Okay, contohnya kita buat macam ni. Kita tahu Y 282, the Z is 287. Right? So, kita nampak sini, ini adalah logam, ini logam because ini 2 kan. Ini bukan logam. Okay? So, maksudnya Y will donate 2 electron, Y will need to gain 1 electron. Okay? So, maksudnya ini akan jadi Y positif, ini akan jadi Z2 negatif, Z negatif. So, cross lah, cross over. Maka you akan dapat YZ2. Dia punya formula. Ingat di sini ya, dia nak formula ya, formula. Okay. So, kita pergi lagi soalan yang lebih kurang sama. But this question is very, very important. I strongly want to highlight this question is because many students will do the careless mistake. So, cuba kamu tengok di sini. Ini dia tulis zarah ya. Soalan tadi dia tulis unsur. Okay, unsur. Ini zarah. So, ingat tak zarah? Zarah mungkin kita kata aim kan. Mungkin dia atom, mungkin ion ataupun dia molekul. Tapi di sini, dalam kes ini dia tak mungkin molekul lah. Dia mesti, it may be atom or maybe the ion. So, macam mana, how do I know it's atom or ion? Okay, you must know that kalau atom, zarah neutral. Means that neutral apa? Bilangan proton and the electron must be the same. So kita tengok ini sama-sama kan? Ini sama. Right? Yang sama tu adalah atom lah. Kalau yang tak sama tu mesti ion. And then ion you got ion positive and ion negative. Okay? So ini elektron lebih banyak. So dia mesti bercharge negatif. Yang ini right, bilangan elektron dia lebih banyak. Yang ini bilangan protonnya lebih banyak. So dia akan bercharge apa? Kan? Okay. So kita tengok soalan C. Dia kata write the standard representative. Ingat yang tadi saya tunjukkan lah. This one ya. Okay, kita ingat lagi sekali. Yang ni. Ya. So, untuk soalan M ya, untuk M maka jawapan dia senang sajalah. Kamu kena campurkan bilangan proton dan juga bilangan neutron. Jangan ambil elektron ya. Okey, lepas tu kamu kena tulis lukis susunan elektron bagi zarah Q. Kita tengok Q Q itu proton dia 8 and then elektron dia 10. Maksudnya dia dah terima 2 elektron. Okey. So bila kamu lukis dia punya susunan elektron, lukis ya, dia mesti 2.8 lah. Okay. Mesti lukis spare one circle for the nucleus. And then here 2.8. Receive 2 electrons. So mesti ada charge 2 negatif. 2 negatif here. Tak ada 2 negatif, dia salah. Ya. Yeah? Okay. So, kamu lukis ini 2.8. dapat 1 markah, ada 2 negatif, dapat 1 markah lagi. Always remember, in the middle here, you label the element lah. Ya, kalau the Q, you letak Q. Ya. Okay, that's all for these questions. Ini saya dah tunjukkan tadi. Okay, sekarang kita pergi pula kepada soalan 2018. Kamu tengok dia akan keluar soalan yang senang, yang lebih kurang macam tu. Ya. Okay, so yang ini ingat ya, ini bukan dalam jadual berkala ya, ini adalah simbol atom ya. Okay, then what is the proton number of X? Ini senang lah, 11. Okay, which element is alkaline metal? Okay, macam mana kita tahu yang ini? X, kenapa X? Kita tengok ini 11 kan? Dia 11, so dia mestilah 281. Wait. So, this one right? Macam tadi saya kata, bila ada nombor proton itu, kamu cepat-cepat tulis dia punya susunan elektron. So, this one I will see this is 2.8, 0.1, this one is 2.6, and then this one is 2.8, 0.8, 0.1. Okay, so can I say Z? Jadi sebenarnya kalau kamu bagi Z pun betul. Sebab kedua-dua pun alkaline metal, right? Okay, kita teruskan. Wait, macam mana? Okay, then after that you need to write a chemical equation when element in 2B react with water. Contohnya kalau saya ambil X lah. Bila saya ambil X, soalan saya, persamaan saya akan tulis X. Kalau saya guna Z, saya akan guna huruf Z. So kamu kena tahulah, alkaline metal react with water will produce hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Okay? Remember to balance the equation lah. Equation tu mesti balance ya. Baru kamu boleh dapat maka penuh. Maka penuh. Ya? Okay, basically soalan macam ni dia boleh gabung, mungkin dia ada soalan sekiraan, periodic table and then the chapter 5. Dia akan masukkan either ionic, covalent ataupun kedua-duanya. They may have both questions lah. Okay, the C ya, C carbon react carbon. Carbon, kalau kamu tak ingat, sepatutnya sudah boleh ingat lah. Kalau tak boleh ingat, cek dalam jadual berkala yang diberi. Dia 6, so susunan elektron dia 2.4. And you also must know carbon is the non-metal, right? Okay, so untuk type of compound, dia nak type of compound kan? Okay, contohnya lah, kita tahu ini 2.4. Ya, ini perlu 2, perlu 4 untuk capai. So, mereka akan kongsi elektron lah. Jadi, maka dia punya formula adalah ini. So, dia nak, tapi dia bukan nak formula, dia nak apa? Dia nak type of chemical bond. So, dia mestilah covalent bond lah. Ya, sebab ini, kalau kita tahu ini 4, 6, kedua-dua ini apa? Menunjukkan ini adalah non-metal. Semua ini adalah non-metal. So, non-metal means what? Okay, when they react, itu adalah covalent bond. Okay, kalau ionic, dia mesti metal and non-metal. Baru dapat ionic, right? Okay, so far, okay, saya tengok ada soalan covalent bond. Okay, bagus, bagus. Yes, correct. Okay, kita teruskan. Ini SPM 2014. Ya, 2014 sambung lagi. Okay, next one is, you see ya, they ask you element Z react with Y. Z dengan Y. Okay, Z adalah Z, kita ambil dia punya susunan elektron ya. And then they want the formula. Okay, they want the formula. Okay, macam tadi, bila nak formula, kamu tak pasti, ya, kamu boleh tuliskanlah. Ini cikgu tunjukkan supaya kamu boleh faham. Ya, dia 2881, ini 2.6. So, maksudnya ini perlu tolak 1 elektron, kita ini kena terima 2 elektron. Okay. So, meaning that charge dia ialah 1/2 and then cross the number, you got 2, 1. Right? Okay. So that the formula you get 2 lah. Ataupun shortcutnya ialah, kita tahu ini adalah 2881, means that Z ini mesti Z. positif. Z ini mesti Z positif. The Y is 2.6, right? So dia bila bentuk ion, dia mesti 2 negatif. So samalah 1, 2, you boleh crosskan, then you will get the formula. Okay? Guna masa yang paling singkat lah, tak payah tunjuk ini ya, like what I show you. I show here so that you can understand. Okay, next one. Yang ini formula, ini another question, you see? Type of particles. Type of particles. Yang ini ada melibatkan ion kan? So, jawapan dia mestilah ion lah. Right? Okay, and then another one. Yang ini, soalan ini. Macam mana kita tahu how we know that they ask you to find which element have same chemical properties. Okay, ada cadangan? Boleh tak saya nampak jawab cadangan jawapan? Yes, very good. Must have same. Okay, maybe Erlyn, you may improve your answer. Sama saja semua bagi because they have same electron balance. Kurang tepat, satu perkataan tertinggal. Okay, try. Teacher bagi chance lagi. Any other suggested answer? Same electron arrangement, lagi salah. Same number, yes, Minchu, very good. Same number of valence electron. Yes. Ingat ya, mesti sebut bilangan. Bilangan elektron valence yang sama. Bukan bukan elektron valence yang sama ya. Mesti ada perkataan bilangan. Okay, very good. Okay. So, bilangan elektron valence yang sama. Jadi, X dan Z lah. Ya. X dan Z dapat satu markah and then ini satu markah. Okay. So, kamu tengok beberapa contoh soalan yang saya tunjukkan itu, dia melibatkan beberapa topik lah. Ini soalan yang asas. Soalan-soalan macam ni, try ya, perfect score. Sapu habis. Ya, score. Okay, seterusnya kita tengok soalan yang macam ini. Soalan ini pun penting juga. Dia melibatkan sedikit is involved chapter 2, chapter 4, chapter 5 and also your electrolysis lah, right? Electrical conductivity. Okay, and then this is actually you must know about the properties of ionic compound and covalent compound, right? Okay, substance X, Y, right? Okay, so if you look at the melting point, boiling point, Y2 has the very high melting point and boiling point, right? So, boleh tak kamu ramal apakah sebatian Y? What is the compound Y? Type of compound Y? Yes. Okay. So, this is one of the properties of ionic compound. Kalau ionic compound, kamu tuliskan, cikgu akan baca kan. So the chemical properties for ionic compound has high melting point, high boiling point, kira satu lah. The second one we may say dissolve in water but not dissolve in organic solvent. Yang ketiga adalah can conduct electricity in molten or aqueous solution. Ini adalah, these are all the chemical, the properties, not chemical, properties of the ionic compound. So kalau covalent, terbalikkan dia saja. Okay, so explain in the different melting point in the substance X and Y. Kenapa X ada melting point, boiling point yang lebih rendah? So you must know, you study physics, right? So how you can melt or you can boil a substance. Perlu buat apa? Can respond? Yes, provide heat. Kalau you panaskan, and then after that, why suddenly from solid they can become the liquid? As we know, all the particles, right? All the particles, they will attract each other, right? They are the force attraction between the particles. So, to perubahan fasa, yes. Okay, so to melt or to change the physical state, the force, the force attraction between particle must be overcome first. Yes, correct. Very good. Okay, so you kena pandai lah. You see kalau melting point dia tinggi, maksudnya apa? Melting point dia tinggi, force attraction dia mesti tinggi lah. Tapi boleh ke? You cannot say for high force attraction. So ingat, force attraction, you only can use the two words only. Either you say strong or weak. Lain-lain perkataan tidak diterima. Okay? So just see the suggested answer. Okay, so we say X is a covalent compound, Y is ionic compound. Okay, kita nak bring in the properties. Okay, so opposite, if Y dia mesti ada ion positive and ion negative, right? So we say opposite charged particle or opposite charged ion in Y are attracted by strong electrostatic force. But the X will have it. So if this case means it will require more heat energy to overcome the strong force, right? Okay, but the other way for the X is attracted by weak van der Waals force. So kalau the force attraction is weak, means they require less heat energy. So you don't say energy only, must say heat energy. Okay, so this is how you compare lah. Okay, so from chapter 1, 2, 3, 5, then now we move to chapter 6, acid, base, and salts. This question also is very, very important. So for the acid, for example, they may ask you to compare why they give you two solution of acid or maybe two solution of alkali, why same concentration, but both show the different the pH value, right? Okay, contoh, here I give you hydroxide and the ammonia. So meaning that I want you to compare the pH lah. Why same concentration, but they have different value of pH, right? Okay, so for this one, ada 4 markah, mean that you have to explain in the beaker A 2 marks and then beaker B 2 mark lah. Okay, contoh for example, you need to mention, you have to declare, first you have to declare the sodium hydroxide, okay, which is strong alkali and which is the weak alkali. Why I need to declare? Because after you declare, you can borrow the definition to explain here. So I say, oh, sodium hydroxide is a strong alkali. Then you bring in the definition. Okay, strong alkali means what? It will ionize completely in water, right? Okay, then what happened? Oh, so it will produce high concentration of hydroxide ion. So 1, 2, 3, never mind, you just write this, right? Okay, so another 3 answer, can you all write on chat box? How do you explain for the ammonia? You can refer my answer. What do you expect to come? Okay, ammonia is a weak alkali. Okay, number 4, number 5. Ionize partially in water. Okay, produce low concentration, menghasilkan ionisan keberadaan rendah. Okay, yes, perfect. Okay, very good. So kamu pecahkan So this one 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dia sama saja. Macam ada sedikit hanging. Okay. So sometimes kalau maybe in the essay you don't want to write like this, you nak buat dalam bentuk jadual pun boleh. You can do in the table, 1 column for sodium hydroxide, the other column for the ammonia. Then you can compare them parallel. Okay, remember you must mention both sides. You don't just talk about because you like sodium hydroxide, right? You cakap sodium hydroxide saja. If you only talk about sodium hydroxide, you didn't say ammonia, sometimes you may get 0 because cannot see the difference. Okay, you have to mention both sides. Okay, kalau tak sempat tulis, I think should be okay lah. So here is, I'll highlight again. So untuk soalan macam ni, first you declare whether it's strong or weak, alkali ke with acid. After that, these two is the definition. Guna definition, right? To help you. Okay. So when you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you only tell me, oh, this one high concentration of hydroxide ion. This one low concentration. But I'm asking you the pH value kan. So tak nampak lagi. So remember this one. Ini selalu pelajar tak tulis. Okay, you make a connection lah, relationship between the concentration of hydroxide ion and the pH value. So the higher the concentration of hydroxide ion, the higher the pH value. That's why di sini 13, ini 11. Right? Remember kalau acid, the higher the concentration of hydrogen ion, the pH value jadi low. Itu ialah untuk acid lah ya. Okay. So simpan ini saya tak tahu boleh keluar ke tak boleh keluar lah. Ya, harap-harap dia keluar ya. Okay. Seterusnya after that, so yang ini kamu diberi guna balik solution yang sama larutan nitrogen hydroxide tadi. This one you are going to prepare a standard solution from ini. Just now you are given 0.1, but now I want you to prepare 0.02 mole per dm cube, and then the volume is 250. Sangat jelas ini adalah pencairan, dilution kan. So they say name the method. Soalan macam ni, make sure that sebelum itu kamu baca sini. Tengok markah. 3 marks mean must be 3 answer or 3 point. So, first mark is method. Name the method. And then you determine the volume. So, sini ada 2 markah lah. Okay. So, first mark is pencairan or you say dilution. Right? Dilution. And then for this one, senang sajalah guna formula M1V1 equals to M2V2. Dilution, you just use this. And then you put in, so you must know this is M, this is V lah. Okay, ini juga M. This one is the M1. This is M2V2. Okay, so you need to calculate the V1. Maksudnya dari sini you kena ambil berapa banyak. Right? Okay, so put in, masukkan, then you get the volume lah. Okay, so meaning that you have to take out here 50. So tapi di soalan ini, make sure ya, cikgu nak ingatkan. So here they ask you to count the volume. They ask you to count the volume of sodium hydroxide. Sometimes they may ask you the volume of water added. Okay, so maksudnya sini you take out 50 and then you jadikan 250. Okay, this is your V1 and this is your V2. So how much of water you add in? Tambah air kan? So 250, so the water should be 200. So baca soalan ya, dia nak volume of the alkali ataupun dia nak volume of water. Okay, so pastikan kamu tak salah lah. Okay, next. Soalan seterusnya, still in the acid base dan garam ya, masih dalam bab 6. Yang ni ada kaitan titration lah. Okay, so you are given the reading ya, the final reading and initial reading of the burette. Okay, the titration is between the sulfuric acid and the potassium hydroxide. So as usual, first part they will ask you to write the equation. So sini you mesti gunakan the chemical properties lah. Acid and alkali to form salts and water. Okay, correct. Dah tulis, betul tak? Let me check. Oh, table, yeah. Okay, so tulis persamaan lah. Okay. So pastikan ya di sini, pastikan kamu tak salah ini. Make sure ini 2. Ya, mesti 2. K2. Kalau sini tak ada 2, semua habis. Ya, dia jadi salah and then your calculation also wrong. So, you see dia breakdown. Just now the essay one is 6 mark, right? Ini sebenarnya pun 6 markah. So the equation break here 2 and then after that the calculation 4 marks. Kamu akan dapat 4 markah, 6 markah lah untuk ini. So of course you need to calculate the average first lah. Kira the average, right? Average and then untuk soalan ini the titration one kamu boleh guna compare the nisbah, the mole. Ya, the ratio, the mole ratio. So contohnya MB untuk alkali for alkali divided by MB for the acid is equals to the AB. AB adalah number of mole here, right? Okay, and then you just substitute lah all the value substitute inside. So for this case, you see alkali alkali, so your A itu adalah 2. Acid B, right? So B ini adalah 1. Okay, so you put inside here, then you calculate lah apakah molarity for the potassium hydroxide. Just put in, and again, remember must write the unit. Mesti tulis unit. Okay, good. So seterusnya, okay. So another type of question in the acid base and salts ini satu jenis soalan lagi. Soalan ni sometimes dia akan bagi gambar raja, and then sometimes they will write the observation, sometimes they didn't write, and then they ask you to compare, explain why have different observation. Okay, here for example, the hydrochloric acid is in solvent solvent X and solvent Y. Ini adalah soalan tentang solvent, tentang pelarut. Okay, so minimize your problem. You kena ingat kalau pelarut ada 2 jenis saja. Satu adalah air, satu adalah pelarut organik. Okay, siapa tahu contoh pelarut organik? Boleh tulis tak? Can you write what are the example of the organic solvent that you know? Okay, correct. Tetrachloromethane, butanol, benzene. Yes, nama pelik-pelik lah all the organic name. Okay, sangat senang saja soalan macam ni. Kamu fokus. Kamu tengok, compare the set which set have result. Yang ada perubahan. Got any changes? So, nampak di sini sangat jelas lampu nyala. Alright? Lampu nyala, meaning that X itu mesti air. Yang ada tindak balas, ada perubahan, itu mesti adalah air. Ya? Yang tak ada tindak balas itu mestilah pelarut organik. Okay? So for this question, they say suggest the solvent X and Y and then explain lah. Okay, explain mesti buat both side. You can use the table as well. Boleh guna jadual. So first, we say this one lah, hydrochloric ion in ionized in water, ataupun you can just say in the solvent X, right? It will produce hydrogen ion and the chloride ion yang bebas bergerak. Mesti sebut perkataan bebas bergerak because the electric got light up. Okay. The movement of ion membawa charge and then complete the circuit lah, so that you can see the light up here, like the bulb light up. Okay, yang kedua itu adalah pelarut organik. Okay, so in the one ion sudah dalam keadaan tidak bebas bergerak. This one, the first one you say bebas bergerak. The set one, no reaction one is tidak bergerak, tidak bebas bergerak lah. Okay, not free moving. Why? Because it's still in the molecule. It doesn't have alkaline properties, right? Okay, from there we know that X is water, Y. Okay, Y ingatnya di sini kalau dia kata cadangkan you cannot say organic solvent. Tak boleh cakap pelarut organik. Mesti give the specific name. Contoh propanol, ya, methylbenzena dan sebagainya. Ya, mesti bagi nama contoh. Ya, okey. So selain daripada contoh ini, okey, you can see another two example here. Contohnya yang ini ya, yang ini tindak balas, right? So cari mana yang ada perubahan. So yang ada perubahan, maksudnya kalau untuk yang tindak balas with calcium carbonate, so the set one tu mesti adalah air. Sini litmus paper bertukar warna kan, itu mesti air. Yang tidak ada perubahan itu adalah pelarut organik. So ingat so saya bagi 3 contoh lah di sini ya. Okay, so that one is about chapter 6, right? Okay. Oh, diorang tak join ya. Boleh scan ini, QR code ini. Ataupun ada link kan? Ada link dalam... Sekejap saya masuk dalam chat box. Diorang boleh access chat box kan? Sekejap. Okay, can join this one Okay. Apa jawapan dia? Kira ini soalan objektif. Okay. Laju sikit. Ada 14 orang dah jawab. Okay, lagi sekejap teacher nak close lah ya. 2 minutes I will close the quiz ya. Okay, 2 minutes I will close the quiz. Okay, show the correct answer. Yes. Okay. 25%. Teacher bagi star ya. Yeay. Okay ya. Sebenarnya teacher terlupa ni. Tak saya nak buat tunjukkan ni. Why the answer is B? Ya. Di sini kamu kena pandai ya. Kamu tengok the volume. Which volume? The time taken, sorry. Volume tak ada masalah. The time taken, kamu jangan terambil 270 ya. Kamu why I choose 180? So you must see this one, the constant kan. Ini semua constant. So the time taken for this reaction to complete is the first constant. The first constant, that is a time taken. So ini adalah sebab apa? Sebab you tak stop kan? Stopwatch ya. Okay. So next. Okay, now we move on to this also the FAQ ya. Soalan yang popular lah, the popular topics. So for example, you're given the two set of reaction between the calcium carbonate and the nitric acid. So soalan macam ni, you cepat-cepat find out what is the manipulated variable. Apakah yang tidak sama? Cari yang tidak sama. Okay, yes. Yang tidak sama adalah satu powder, satu adalah chips. So meaning that ini adalah tentang size. Tentang size, and then size usually related to the TSA. Okay, siapa boleh, who can tell me what I mean the TSA? Apa maksud TSA di sini? Yes, total surface area, correct. Very good. Okay, and then also you can see here lah the time taken, right? So when you see the time taken, this is 35 seconds, this one 48, meaning that the rate of reaction of set 1 must be higher than set 2 lah. Okay, so di sini, see here, very important. Baca ini, dia nak persamaan ion. Tadi saya dah ajarkan persamaan ion. So, okay, this reaction is between the calcium carbonate and nitric acid, right? So, ini yang formula, bukan formula, persamaan yang kamu kena hafal lah, the general equation that you must memorize. Okay, so acid in metal carbonate forms salts, carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so persamaan kimia. Kalau ini persamaan kimia, tetapi soalan ni nak persamaan ion. Okay, untuk persamaan ion, kita kena buang the spectator ion. Spectator means before and after the reaction, the ion is still the same. So yang sama ni adalah nitrate lah. Right, kita buang dia. So bila kamu buang, means that you akan dapat ini. So when here you don't write the nitrate, then the hydrogen you must write the ion. Okay, the nitrate one you throw already, right? This one you throw already. So the zinc you must write Zn. Oh sorry, it's not Z. Itu dah salah. Ca, sorry, Ca Ni masih Ca. Okay, wait. Saya guna yang ni. This one I use back the black. Sorry, saya copy paste Ca Ini adalah Ca. Okay, Ca. Tak cantik pula lah. Okay. Ca, 2 positive ini Ca ya. Okay. So balancekan dia. Ingat ya, ini calcium carbonate, yang ini jadi calcium ion. Hydrogen ion become the water. Okay, this one. Satu markah lah. Ini sangat penting. Later you are going to use this one to explain or to compare the different way of reaction by using the collision theory. Okay, sangat penting ya. So kalau kita tengok di sini, here means that the calcium carbonate must collide with this hydrogen ion. Barulah kita kata itu adalah efektif, right? Okay, next questions. So biasanya soalan macam ni, the next one they will ask you to compare the rate of reaction. For example here, you are asked to compare the rate of reaction between the set 1 and set 2. So remember I said just now, betulkan yang biasa, biasakan yang betul. Rate of reaction, you must say what? High or low. Okay? So just cakap lah, rate of reaction in set 1 is higher than reaction in set 2. Okay, lepas tu you have to explain, then this one tak payah ni lah. Explain by using the collision theory. Collision theory ya. So biasanya ini adalah ada 5 markah lah. Okay, so you kena cakap satu per satu. As you know just now, the factor is the size, right? The total surface area. So your first point is you talk about what is the manipulated variables. Okay, the size. Size of what? Don't say the size in set 1 is smaller than set 2. Itu tak ada markah. Set apa? Set siapa? The size of calcium carbonate. So 1 mark. So this is point number 1. Point number 2, you explain back. Point number 1. What is the effect if the size it becomes smaller? Then we use a total surface area. So the total surface area must mention total surface area of calcium carbonate. It's like grandma story lah, tapi kena tulis macam ni, right? Okay, after that, point number 3 is you talk about the FOC. This FOC is not free of charge. It's frequency of effective collision. Frequency of effective collision. Sorry, ini tak ada effective lagi. Teacher terlebih satu. FOC is frequency of collision dulu ya. Terlebih satu perkataan, sorry. So frequency of collision between. Kalau correct mesti ada between kan. Sini penting. Ini selalu murid tak cakap. Mesti cakap siapa who collide with who. Remember just now the ionic equation kita ada calcium carbonate and hydrogen ion, right? So when you say frequency of collision between, don't say the particles only. You must mention calcium carbonate and hydrogen ions. Follow the ionic equation. In set 2 is higher than set 1. Set 1 is higher than set 2. After that, number 4, you recopy but just add in the word effective. Tambah satu perkataan effective. Clear? Point number 3 and number 4 is similar. Cuma beza dia ada effective and then yang atas tu FOC. So FOC, FOEC, lepas tu nak repeat pun boleh, tak repeat pun boleh. Then you say, you compare the ROR lah. Or rate of reaction in set 1 is higher than set 2. Kalau tulis macam ni, boleh tulis macam ni, you akan dapat perfect score lah. So I repeat lah. So it's either size, temperature, apa lagi? Or catalyst kan? So you kena ikut macam ni. When they say explain by using the collision theory. So remember the first point you talk about the MB, the manipulated variable. Yeah, and then explain lah. Okay, what's the effect there? And then after that you bring in the frequency of collision, frequency of effective collision. Then you just justify the rate of reaction. Which one is higher, which one is lower. Okay, that's how you explain by using the collision theory. So basically, normally the mistake is this part. You didn't mention, wait. You didn't mention what? You didn't mention this calcium carbonate and the hydrogen ion. You just say between the particles. Ataupun ada yang langsung tidak sebut. Dia kata, oh, a frequency of collision in set 1 is higher than set 2. Tak boleh lah. Kalau collision, mesti ada something. Right? Mesti between siapa dengan siapa. Okay? So this is how you explain or you compare the ROR by using the collision theory. Okay, next one. So after that, they may ask you the higher order thinking question, the HOTS. For example, sedapnya ya, sate. Teacher tengok sate pun teacher dah lapar dah. Okay, so that here you got 2 sate, right? Sorry. Situation A and B. So boleh jawab? Cuba jawab jawapan kamu. Saya nak tengok dekat chat box. 3 markah tau. So in this case, maksudnya, how you get that 3 marks? In which situation kan? Itu 1 markah. And then you explain lah. Okay, jumlah luas permukaan benda. Okay, A betul. How you explain? Why the A will cook faster? Okay, so you compare the size. Size dia smaller. And then total surface larger. Lepas tu? So, case di sini you don't need to talk about collision theory ya. Tak payah cakap dia berlanggar dengan apa-apa. And then why it cook faster? Yes, I like this. EC, what is the name? Dia kata has a larger total surface area exposed to the heat. So ada 2 markah lah. So if the total surface area is larger, meaning that they can absorb more heat lah. Betul tak? Right? Absorb more heat, so that's why it can cook faster. Okay, right. Okay, bagus. Okay, so teacher nak tunjukkan macam mana contohnya. Okay, so you may say size, you can compare the size, you can compare the JLP, the total surface area. Remember, you must say TSA. If you say SA, surface area, no marks. Total surface area, jumlah luas permukaan, JLP for Malay, remember JLP. But you cannot write JLP, mesti tulis perkataan penuh. Okay, so that's why you got 3 marks here lah. Okay, lebih banyak tenaga diserap. So you must link to why it can cook faster. Okay, dan okay, seterusnya kita pergi kepada bab 8. Chapter 8, satu soalan lah contohnya. Chapter 8, usually they will ask you to compare or give example. Example, I think should be no problem for you. To compare why the pure metal or the alloy is harder than pure metal. Okay, contoh lah. So ada 6 markah. So di sini 6 markah, and then you have to link, or you should start your explanation by comparing the size of atom, right? Okay, the size of atom. Ingat gambar je ini tadi? Ya. Yeah. Okay. So yang bawah ini, this one is the pure metal. Kalau ini ada alloy. So kalau kita tengok sini, apa yang kamu nampak? Size atom dia semuanya sama kan? Yang ini size dia berbeza. So kalau size sama, dia tersusun. Okay, mesti sebut the force ya, when force is apply lah. Okay, so kita tulis. Dia kata by naming a suitable example kan. So boleh guna apa-apa saja, brass ke, bronze ke. Okay, contoh lah. So bronze, example of copper alloy which have copper and tin atom. Okay, and then compare lah tin atoms bigger size than copper. And then because of this situation, it will disturb the orderly arrangement of copper atoms. Right? Okay, lepas tu, the layer of atoms, ini penting. Susah bergerak. Susah bergelongsong. You don't say cannot slide. If you say cannot slide, tak ada markah. Because they can slide, but difficult. Okay? So difficult, ingat kena guna sebab perkataan difficult, and then kena sebut force juga. Kalau tak ada perkataan force, macam mana the layer of atom can slide over each other, right? So lagi sekali, ini difficult kena sebut, and then mesti sebut when a force is applied on it. Satu daya dikenakan ke atasnya. Kalau tak sebut daya, memang akan tolak markah. Ya? Okay. Ini ialah yang tadi atas ni kamu cerita pasal alloy. And then you talk about the pure metal lah. Okay, kalau di pure copper, atom dia semua sama size. Okay, boleh buat dalam bentuk jadual, or compare lah, parallel. Okay, so the layer atom slide over easily. Jadi dia akan jadi lebih lembut lah. Ya, so ingat. Ini penting jugalah ya, selain daripada kamu bagi contoh lah ya. Okey, lepas tu kita pergi kepada tingkatan 5, redox ya, redox. I pick the one that commonly student have problem lah. Saya nak check, tengok dalam chat box. Okay, how do you feel the electrolysis? Saya nak survey sikit. Siapa yang rasa dia okay in electrolysis, you tulis okay. Yang kurang okay punya, tulis -1. Special sikit. Berapa orang okay? Oh, -1 lah. Okay, 50-50. Bahaya ni 50-50. Oh, banyak yang okay, ada yang negatif. Okay, okay. Okay, very good. Yes. Okay. The question about electrolysis and also the voltaic cell is macam you bawa kereta tau. You tak ada license lagi Ada berapa orang yang sudah ada license Sekarang jangan fikir license Saya lah contohnya teacher nak driving kan, I want to go somewhere ataupun I want to go to IMU Luckily today I do at home. So if I want to drive from my house, a car from my house to IMU, saya kena jalan betul-betul lah. Bila saya sampai junction tu, after the stadium Bukit Jalil, okay, I don't know whether I should turn left or turn right. Kalau I turn right, nanti salah macam mana? I kena U-turn, kena pusing jauh kan? So, same thing happen in when you want to answer the electrolysis. Okay, kenapa saya kata kena macam bawa kereta? So, because you have to determine which one is cathode ataupun anode. Okay, kita tengok kabel First kali, saya nak share lah. Okay, how you name correctly the cathode and anode. So nampak di sini dia ada apa? Saya akan guna pen dulu. Di sini ada P dengan Q kan. So you kena tahu P itu adalah cathode ataupun anode. Senang kamu nak detect dia punya gas itu, right? Ataupun which ion let's say that it discharge. So untuk itu you just look at the battery. Kamu pandai kan fizik kan? Battery. So battery ini kan panjang, right? Sini pendek. Okay, so pendek, kalau orang Kedah, macam saya orang Kedah kan, orang Kedah pendek, saya tak bagus lah dulu masa kecil-kecil. If pendek, people call you, hey, si cathode kan, si cathode. Ini pendek, sambung kepada Q, so Q ini adalah si cathode lah. Saya tulis dalam BM, English is C lah. So, senang saja. If you know, because there's only cathode and anode. If you know the Q is cathode, meaning that the Y itu mesti anode lah. Mesti betul kan? Macam bawa kereta, mesti betul dulu. First, sebelum you confuse, tengok bateri and then you labelkan mana satu cathode, anode. So ingat dia macam ni. For electrolysis, usually we use the terms cathode, anode. Dalam voltaic cell, biasanya soalan akan tanya terminal negatif, terminal positif. Okay? But always remember, anode is the place that happen the oxidation lah. Dia adalah oxidation. So kalau ini adalah cathode, meaning that the ion, the attracted here must be, ini negatif kan? Ini positif. So ion yang datang sini mesti ion positif. Ini mestilah ion-ion negatif dekat P itu. Okay? Itu cara-caranya lah. Okay. Side ada apa soalan? Saya tak nampak. Yes, side. Can you type in the chat box? Saya tak tahu apa masalah you angkat tangan. Tulis dalam chat box ya. Okay. So, first step tentukan terminal cathode anode itu negatif, cari si cathode. Senang saja, cari si cathode. Kalau si cathode dah tahu, si anode pun mesti dah tahu. Okay. After that, look at the electrode lah. Electrode dia apa? Adakah dia kata electrode carbon? Dia cakap guna electrode carbon kan? So kalau carbon mean that kamu lupakan the factor type of electrode lah. Right? So you only care about two factor. The concentration or the E0 value. Right? Okay. And then you are given this one, sodium nitrate solution. Right? Okay. So solution pun kena tengoklah sama ada is a concentrated or the dilute solution. Kalau sodium tak ada masalah because sodium will not be selectively discharged. Okay, and then soalan A, you are asked to write the formula of ion. Okay, write the formula of all ion. Ini penting. Yang ini penting. So soalan mungkin kata all ions. Dia mungkin kata cat ions, anion ataupun ion that selective discharge. So baca soalan tu dengan teliti lah. So kalau soalan A ni soalan yang senang saja, you just tulis semua ion yang ada. Sodium nitrate. Okay. To make the solution mesti ada air kan. So from water it will give you hydrogen and hydroxide ion. Okay. Dah 2. So tulis semua inilah mesti betul baru dapat 1 markah. Okay. After that soalan pun dah bagi tahu kamu Q itu adalah cathode. Right? Q itu adalah cathode. Apakah maksud cathode? Si cathode itu negatif kan? Dia adalah elektrod. So cakap sajalah. dia adalah elektrod yang negatif. Okay. Okay, what is gas Y? So cathode adalah negatif. So ion-ion yang tertarik ke cathode itu adalah ion sodium and hydrogen, right? Kalau sodium tak mungkin dapat gas kan? Nampak tak di sini? Dia kata ada gas. So the gas itu mestilah ini hydrogen. So the ion is hydrogen, so it must give you the hydrogen gas. Okay? Senang kan? Ini dah dapat 3 markah ya. Okay. So seterusnya kita tengok pula. Ini keluar dalam tahun 2018. Ini dah lama kan? Mungkin tahun ni akan repeat lah. So for example here you are given 2 set. Soalan ni sangat tricky. Tapi kamu buat slow-slow should be no problem. So sama dengan tadi lah. So kita tengok cari si cathode. Ini negatif kan? Ini negatif. Ini negatif. So ini negatif. Sini adalah negatif. Right? So kalau set 1 anode. Set 1 cathode dia adalah Q, anode dia adalah P lah. Set 2 si cathode dia adalah S. Okay. Dia punya si anode tu adalah R. Okay. So ini adalah benda-benda yang kamu kena tahu. And then dia guna acid. Dia guna acid. Okay. So before that, you must give the meaning of electrolysis. Okay. Kalau yang lupa, dalam buku teks kamu ada, boleh salin. Tak payah salin yang sini. You just take from the buku teks. Perfect. Follow the buku teks lah. Ya. Okay, saya nak pergi tunjukkan soalan seterusnya. Okay, soalan tu dia kata asid kan. Kita tak tahu asid apa. So, saya senaraikan 3 asid ini. Kita ada 3 asid. So, kalau HCl, nitric acid, sulfuric acid. So, ini adalah ion-ion yang ada in the respective acid lah. Right? Okay. Lepas tu kita tengok. Dia kata di anode, set 1 colorless gas, set 2 dapat, kalau anode tu mean that must be anion lah, right? Anion. So it can be oxygen and also the chlorine. Greenish yellow mean must be chlorine. Kalau tak ada yellow, greenish yellow mean mesti oxygen. Dia ada 2 gas saja boleh diproducekan, right? From the acid. Okay. So cation di cathode lah. Okay, and then dia kata ini adalah asid pekat. Okay, asid pekat. So asid pekat means you have to use the factor of concentration, right? Factor of concentration. So meaning that dekat sini mestilah set 2 itu must be HCl lah, chlorine kan. So meaning that the acid used, the acid A itu mesti adalah HCl sebab dia dapat gas chlorine. Okay. Yang ini dapat oksigen. Oksigen, why oksigen? Is because from the hydroxide ion. So from there we will know jawapan dia acid A itu adalah HCl sebab kita dapat chlorine. Right? Set 2. Lepas tu set 1. Okay. Hidrogen ni ion semua pergi kepada cathode lah. Okay, ini adalah faktor. So how to use the concentration factor? So remember that the anode, you only will choose the, okay, I read the English one lah. So the factor, this one is only for the anode, the halides ion. Halides ion mean like chloride, yeah, chloride, bromide, and iodide. Sahaja yang akan terpilih. Kalau nitrate, sulfate, tidak akan dipilih. Susah dinyacas. Remember that. Okay? So, yeah, that's why kita dapat tadi adalah the B can be sulfuric acid or it can be that one lah. Okay, seterusnya saya nak pergi kepada soalan ini. Suggest ni, kita dah suggest. Okay, gas ni pun sudah. Okay, half equation. Half equation ya, kita follow lah. Okay, Q itu adalah hydrogen gas. Kita dapat kita dapat chlorine kan. So, kalau dapat chlorine, maksudnya the chlorine itu, chlorine is from chloride. Okay, make sure you balance the equation. Balance equation. Okay, So maybe your problem, some student, you ada masalah nak letak elektron di mana. Okay, electron you should put at the reactant or the product. Okay, cikgu bagi satu tips lah. Yang ni kamu kena sebut. Jangan salin ya, kena cakap. Elektron, dia suka siapa? Suka positif ke suka negatif? Elektron suka positif kan? Dia phobia negatif. So, elektron love positif, phobia negatif. So, kita tengok sini, hydrogen ion ni positif kan? That's why dia sini, dia suka. But chloride ion, dia negatif, dia phobia. So, dia lari ke sini. So, maybe this way can help you lah. Yeah? Okay, this half equation. Okay, and then this one is the HOTS, higher order thinking questions. Okay, macam mana kamu boleh buat, how you can do so that the anode in the set 2, instead of get this green gas, yellow gas, how can I get the colorless? Maksudnya macam mana saya boleh, saya tak nak chlorine, saya nak oxygen. If I don't want chlorine means the chloride ion cannot be selected discharge lah. Right? Remember just now dia guna concentrated solution. So you kena dilute the solution. Okay. Can you write your answer? How you can dilute a solution? Macam mana you boleh dilute solution? Jangan guna perkataan use. They say you have the acid A already, right? Acid A, macam mana the acid. How you want to make sure that you will get the colorless gas? Apa yang kamu perlu buat? Perlu buat mean action. Mesti ada satu action. Yes, I can see the answer. Add water. So why you add water? So when you add water, you will dilute the solution, right? So bila dah dilute means that you tak boleh guna factor concentration. You have to use the factor of inode value. Ya, inode value. Okay. Sekejap, kita tutup ni dulu. Ya, kita tambah air lah. Bila tambah air, kenapa? Air mungkin maybe better you say air suling lah. Kalau air pipe nanti ada klorin juga kan. Air suling untuk merendahkan kepekatan, to reduce the concentration of chloride ion. Right? So when it's reduced mean you have to follow the inode value lah. Ya, kita guna inode value yang lebih positif. Ini soalan KBKK ya. Okay. Okay, seterusnya kita tengok sedikit tentang soalan garam. Okay ke soalan ini? Do you have difficulty? Ada susah ke nak jawab soalan garam? Okay, tak ada masalah. Yang ini kamu kena hafal sedikit warna lah ya, dan you kena hafal sedikit warna, and then you need to memorize some common chemical reaction. Okay, so contohnya kalau kita tengok kepalanya dekat ni, sorry, garam P. So the garam P and then ini heat. Kalau heat syllabus kamu tak susah, dua saja, 2 type only. Ya, the heat decomposition ada 2 saja, sama ada carbonate or nitrate. So pandailah kamu tengok sini, if 2 products dia mesti carbonate. Kalau ada 1, 2, 3 ada 2 gas, itu mesti nitrate. So you see this one, the reaction number 1, heat, ada solid and ada 1 gas. So P itu mesti carbonate lah. Right? Kita dah tahu dia carbonate. So for the P, you mesti tahu dia punya logam and the N ion. So N ion kita dah tahu carbonate, right? And then the metal is dari sini. Tengok oxide dia. Yellow to white. Siapa ingat yellow to white tu siapa? Excuse me. Yellow to white? Okay, zinc oxide. Okay, bagus. Yang ini. Yang ini. tiga warna ini pastikan kamu hafal. Okay? Yellow to white, zinc oxide. Brown to yellow, lead 2 oxide. Kalau black, Mr. Black, itu copper 2 oxide. Excuse me. So, dari sini, just now, we know that dia ada carbonate kan? Right, carbonate. This one, I know dia ada zinc. So, saya dah tahulah dia zinc carbonate. So, zinc carbonate, this one mestilah zinc oxide. Correct or not? Ini mesti zinc oxide, ini mesti carbon dioxide. Rahsia dia semua dah bocor dah. And then zinc carbonate. Zinc carbonate with acid nitrate. So this ni mesti nitrate lah. Right? Apa-apa saja reaction with the carbonate mesti dapat CO2. Okay? So this one zinc nitrate. So ini adalah zinc nitrate lah. Ya? Yeah? Okay, seterusnya kita tengok soalan. Okay, seterusnya soalan. Ingat tak tadi teacher kata ada chem draw. Chem draw, lukisan. Lukis ini kamu tengok senang saja. 2 markah, you know. Okay. So dia kata lukis, label and then show how to verify the gas. Kita tahu gas carbon dioxide, right? So you must use the lime water. Okay, satu tabung uji untuk lime water and then the other one untuk you store your salt P untuk heating. Right? So, hero ataupun heroin siapa nak pegang test tube itu? Panas ni. So, mesti ada apa? So, mesti ada test tube holder lah. Yang L-shape, boleh dah sudah ingat ya. Okay. So, satu benda yang sangat penting di sini, kamu kena tunjukkan ini juga. Pemegang tabung uji itu. Tak payah lukis penuh, hanya lukis atas bawah, tak payah label yang tu. The apparatus, you no need to label. What you need to label is, yang penting, yang mesti label adalah heat, lime water, and then your garam P. Okay, itu saja yang perlu kamu label lah. And then this one tak perlu label lah. Perlu label dia sudah tahu. Okay, satu benda. Macam orang kata apa, ular ada kaki tak? Ada tak? Ular ada kaki? Tak ada kan? Itu cerita dongeng dulu last time. Ada satu pertandingan melukis lah. Mereka lukis, ada satu murid kan, dia lukis ular tu dengan cantik tau. Dia pandai melukis. Dia dah habis, orang lain tak siap lagi. So dia pandang kiri kanan. Dia kata ular saya tak ada kaki lah. So dia pun pergi tambah kaki. So dia kalah lah sebab ular mana ada kaki kan. Okay, why I say this? So that you remember, sini wajib ada rubber band because we want to avoid the gas release pada surrounding. So kena tutup. And then ada satu laluan saja through the delivery tube. Tetapi sini ingat, the test tube that containing the lime water cannot put the rubber band. Tak boleh ada gabus di situ. Okay, kalau ada habis, salah. Make sure satu saja the rubber band itu. Okay. So kita tengok, tadi kita dah cakap lah semua ini kan. Okay, dah settle soalan ini. So yang penting kamu tahu lukis lah. Ya. Okay, so from 4 now kita pergi kepada ingatan 5 lah. Ini alkene, so is carbon compound kan. Okay, saya habiskan soalan ni, kita boleh habis lah. Ataupun, we just go discussion ya. Okay. So this one, diagram, you are given the alkene, water, ada high temperature, high pressure kan. So ini not water lah, it's supposed to be steam, right? Okay, so di sini, dia kata name the alkene. Alkene ini ada 4 carbon, so it should be butene lah, right? And then draw the structural formula for 2 isomers. Okay, lukiskan isomer, yang ini tak ada masalah. This one cecair perang lah. If they use a bromine water, cecair perang dilunturkan. Okay, so this one make sure that you shows the double bond. Double bond, mesti ada satu double bond, right? And then lagi satu, don't overconfident. After you draw, you please count. Cukup tak? Sini jangan macam saya tak kata tadi ya. Ular, lukis ular lepas tu ada kaki. Ya, okey. So ini ingat di sini jangan tambah apa-apa hidrogen lagi. Okey. So saya akan berhenti dekat sini. Before that, sekejap saya nak pergi dekat hujung sini. Okay, sekarang teacher I open to the any Q&A. Cikgu buka lah, siapa ada soalan boleh tanya. Saya nak jawab soalan di sekejap. Okay, saya tengok ada Q&A tak? Lime water turn chalky. What is the best way to remember the carbon compound's name? Okay, carbon compound, the best way is you must know the functional group. You mesti tahu the homologous series. You know the homologous series, you ada alkene, right? Kalau alkene, okay, for example, my name is Lisa Im. Okay, so can you guess my brother's name? Perkataan pertama apa? Chinese name biasanya ada tiga perkataan kan? Tiga perkataan. So the first one, mestilah Lee something kan? So all my family use the same surname. So macam lah the carbon compound. So they have the homologous series, right? So if alkene, all must end with E-N-E. E-N-E ya. Kalau alkane, A-N-E. Alcohol must be O-L lah. Okay, itu satu. And then how I know that is butane, pentane, hexane. So you kena belajar macam pergi tadika kan. Masa you pergi tadika hari-hari you belajar 1, 2, 3 A, B, C, D, E kan. You nyanyi lagu itu. So in this one you must know the numbering for the carbon atom. One carbon is so methane. Kalau 2 carbon, 2 is ethane. Kalau 3 prop, 3 bot. 5 macam you punya pentagon lah. Right? 5, 5, pen. Kalau alkane, pentane. Alkene, pentene. Alcohol, pentanol. So that's the... Dia tak ada fast-fast macam mana. So you just do apa yang tadi saya pesan tadi. Remember saya nak test balik. How you write procedure? Procedure kita tulis guna cara apa? Apa kod yang kita tulis? Procedure A, B, C. What's A? A stand for what? Action. B for bahan. Might be plus ya. Contoh bahan 3 titik larutan natrium hydroxida. 3 drops is also a quantity. Or maybe I say 1 spatula of copper powder. Right? Itu pun satu quantity lah. Okay, B++ when you are using the solution. Kalau kamu guna solution, contohnya 10 cm cube of hydrochloric acid, 1.0 mol per dm3. So you ada bahan, you ada volume, ada concentration. So bila saya nak guna B++, kalau reagent ya, for example, you want to test the presence of ion, you use the sodium hydroxide as a reagent, right? Kalau yang reagent itu, you only need to say B+. Bahan and the volume. You tak payah sebut concentration. So the B++ is when you deal with the, for example, thermochemistry. When you want to talk about thermochemistry, volume and the concentration penting, right? And then what else? And then when you want to prepare the salts, you need to know the volume and also the concentration. Soalan-soalan macam tu is B++. Right? Kalau reagent, you just tell the volume and the bahan lah. Ya, ada soalan lagi? A, B, C tu apa? Wait. Cikgu nak scroll besar sikit lah. Saya nak buat besar sikit lah. B++, procedure, chapter 5. You mean the form 5 one, is it? The form 5 chapter 5, is it? The form 5 is, that one is the reading topic lah. You of course you need to write. persamaan ion. Tadi teacher dah tunjuk. Okay, maybe I show you one very quick ya, very quick. Wait, I takut nanti saya tutup ni. Okay, very quick. I show you the ionic equation. What else? Zinc.
Teacher,
Yes, yes.
yeah, I think we have some question on top here. So maybe I can just read out loud from Eileen Chang. The
Yeah.
rubber is for the carbon dioxide experiment. The rubber, is it for avoiding heat loss to surrounding?
Rubber. Which rubber?
Yeah, maybe Eileen Chang, you can clarify in the chat. Yeah. And there's another question from Ming Chung. He says, when drawing covalent compounds, the sharing of electrons must be drawn in the middle of the shelf.
Oh, the sharing. You can draw like this. I just show the sharing one only. Or you can draw like this, no problem. Okay, this one is in the middle, right? This one is just the circle, both circles. You can do this, no problem. Rubber band. What mean by rubber band?
Yeah.
Preparation detergent. I think not enough time to explain. You can read from the textbook. I think rather the detergent, you better focus on the soap. Yeah, soap will be more important than detergent lah. Yeah. Okay, just now got one student asked about the ionic equation. For example, let's say you have zinc react with the his. No, I don't show you this. For example, wait. Okay. For example, we have zinc. Wait. What? Zinc. Zinc react with copper 2 sulfate. Copper 2 sulfate. Okay, this is a metal displacement, right? The redox, metal displacement. So we know that zinc will replace the copper, so it will form zinc sulfate and the copper displaced lah. So this is the overall equation. So sometimes they will ask you to write the ionic equation. Okay, so the overall ionic equation. So you just see here, wait, I use another color. We know that the sulfate ion is the spectator ion, right? So we are going to leave the spectator ion. So my answer will be zinc plus, okay, so the sulfate ion is out already, right? So copper, this copper is copper 2 ion. So you write Cu2 positive. Okay, after that here, zinc without the sulfate mean this is a zinc ion. Then plus Cu. So this is the ionic equation lah, overall ionic equation. So from here, you also can write half equation. So half equation, I want to show zinc become the zinc ion. Zinc ion, right? So remember I say just now, electron love positive. So here positive, so you need to put the electron over here, right? Okay. And then after that, we have the copper. Okay, wait, why cannot write it? Okay, and then we have copper, Cu2 positive, right? Cu2 positive become the Cu. Okay, because here positive, so here you put the 2 electron. Okay, this is overall equation, overall ionic equation. This one is half equation, half equation. Yeah. So any other questions? I missed one. I don't get you compare with lead 2 carbonate. Mr. Brian, any other question that I haven't answered?
I think there is. Would you
Yeah.
recommend us to study chemistry syllabus before exam? How would you recommend us to study chemistry syllabus before exam? Yeah.
So the very important is make sure that the form one very important. Remember just now I show you a few questions. Commonly is from most probably the question is from the form 4 because form 4 very a lot of topic. Form 4 got 8 topics. Right? So because some form 5 topic also included the form 4. So your periodic table, right? The atomic structure all must be very good lah. And then the calculation questions, the ionic bond and covalent bond is the most important in chapter 5. Okay. So the chapter 6, I show you a few questions. But there's some lah. For example, how to prepare a salts, how to prepare a standard solution is also quite important. And then chapter 7, the reaction, as I told you, you must know how to draw the graph and then calculation. And then the important one is you must know how to use the collision theory to compare the different reaction between the reactions, right? So you basically, you focus, you just do the structure questions lah more. And then the essay one, if you are not very, very good, so you can do the reverse method lah. Okay, you see the question and then you read the answer given. And then after that, you rewrite without referring to the answers. You should write. So you might be like for each topic, right? You just write down your short notes. Because nowadays I noticed that students a bit or quite lazy to do your own notes. Many of you, I see lah, they read. Wherever they go, they carry the chemistry, the reference book. I say the books is about 200 pages. Can you finish before your exam? Cannot, right? So you better write your short notes because when you write, sure you can remember. Okay, there are a few topics I mentioned lah. The periodic table, you cannot skip one. Periodic table, you must know them, the calculation, and then the chemical equation, very important, right? Because when you can write the chemical equation means that you know the chemical properties for the certain reaction, right? Then from there, you also can predict the observation. For example, here, when I see this equation, can you tell me 3 observations here? You can see 3 observations, right? So for example here, copper 2 sulfate becomes zinc sulfate. Any observation? So we know that copper 2 sulfate is blue color. Zinc sulfate is colorless. So this is one of the observation lah. The blue solution become colorless solution, right? And then here, we can see here the copper form, right? Copper, we know that copper is brown solid. So I will say, oh, brown solid is deposited or brown solid is formed. So got 1, got 2, and then what happened to the zinc? Zinc, if you use the powder, you can say dissolve lah, or if you use the strip, you can say the strip becomes smaller. So this is a thing that you can see, right? You don't need to memorize. Look at the equation, the reactant and product, you should able to predict the observation lah. And then the redox one quite important. Redox like Voltaic cells, electrolysis cell, very important. After that, thermochemistry also very important. I don't have enough time to discuss with you lah. You just do the calculation. Neutralization might be this year neutralization a bit important lah. Yeah, I think last year they asked about combustion already. And then after that, the polymer, the green technology, the chemical for consumer, I think that one shouldn't be a problem. That one is just a reading topic. You just need to read and memorize only. Don't have very difficult concept for you. Yeah. And then carbon compound, the very, very important is you must master the chemical properties for the alkene, alcohol, the acid. I'm not so worried because acid, the ethanol acid, the carboxylic acid, you already study in Form 4, Chapter 6. The very important one is the chemical properties of the, what I call that? The what? Ethanol, basically ethanol lah, ethanol, butanol, and so on. Okay, So I'll open this, then Mike, you can I'll open this. Wait, why can okay, so Mr. Brian, you already shared the link for the reflection. So you can just just write your feeling about today's lesson. Yeah, the
Okay.
feedback. So yeah.
So I just launched a feedback form, everyone. Thank you so much for attending and staying until so late. There were actually quite a few questions in the chat lah. So really thank you everyone. There's a recording that we went live on YouTube. We'll be sharing with all of you students shortly lah. So make sure all of you is also a part of the WhatsApp community, because all of the information we will be sharing via there lah. Okay, because there are like too many students. So hence, I encourage everyone who is in this room, kindly go to the WhatsApp community group, join the community group if you have not joined yet. Okay. All right. So with that said, thank you so much, Dr. Lee, for your sharing, for your insights. I'm pretty sure students tonight have really learned a lot. And students, thank you so much for being a part of this. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the WhatsApp group. I will, try to convey it to Doctor if there are any. And also tomorrow there is a biology class for all of you students who are taking biology. Remember to join at 8 o'clock. The Zoom link, I will reshare it tomorrow afternoon. Okay. With that said, thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much, all of the students.
All the best for all the students.
Yeah. Okay. And have a good night. I will end with a quick video by IMU. And yes, tonight's session is brought to you by International Medical University, a premier health science university in Malaysia. All right, thank you everyone and good night. Take care. Thank you, teacher.
Welcome.